Here we go into Champion Select. Getting this started. Nubbins, you here?
I'm here. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Alright, I'll
They
get
just kind of said, "All right, we're starting," and started it. So give me a second.
Alright, we'll get to start off with some bands. You have a Nautilus and Tristana band coming out from blue side, which is Team Durgan, I believe. And we have the front lines on purple side banning off Thresh so far, and we're waiting on their second band. This, of course, is the first game in a best of 3, and we have somebody rage quitting already. Well,
I guess the music comes on and we wait again. Oh my god. All right, well, he's relogging. I'll be right back. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the delay. I'll be right back, though. Okay.
once again,
All right, so it looks like we are back in Champions Select for, I believe it is the first match of the LRSS tournament between Team Durgan and Frontlines. Team Durgan on, I want to say blue, and Frontlines on purple.
yes, they are. Yeah,
So then bands coming out, a lot of solo QS, but there's a couple out of the ordinaries. Definitely some targeted bans. I'm surprised Malphite hasn't been banned out against Reruff, as he plays a very, very mean one in the top lane. But bands coming out, solo QS, Twisted Fate, Thresh, Nautilus. Very, very common bands. Nautilus becoming so much more powerful and so much more played in the pro scene so much that everybody's just kind of taking him into account now. GG. Thresh with those hooks. Blitzcrank as well with the hooks. Twisted Fate with that global presence being taken out immediately, though Shen is available, as well as Malphite. Zac also slipped through, being locked in instantly by Cheddar to Cat. Lux and Tristana probably targeted bans somewhat. Excuse the popping on the P. I haven't replaced my pop filter yet, so that's probably why that's happening. But like I said, Shen left open as well, possibly even Malphite being locked in here, as both of those are open, but Tristana hyper carry late game has been taken out, though Vayne is still available for that same kind of, and I guess we're
God damn it.
leaving again. Cult has crashed, unfortunately. So GG will be, I think we're just going to remake the game.
How about some Jeopardy music while we wait?
All right, chat, my apologies. I think everybody's apologies, as this is kind of taking a different turn as the game has gone on. It keeps, somebody keeps DCing, so this one's gonna, it'll get there, all right? It'll get there. Thank you, Tyrone, for modding the chat. Keep it up. Also, you owe me $5. Way. My God, you actually put Jeopardy music out there.
Yes, I did.
GG.
I am very cheeky.
Okay, so I think we're finally back. Same bands must come out as they are forced, I do believe. No changes coming. If so, then they will definitely refresh it. But it looks like they are just kind of hyper banning those things out pretty quick. Zach will be locked in by Cheddar in the jungle, possibly in the top lane. Who knows what we'll see?
Or even the mid
Signer,
lane. Gotta remember that.
or even in the
That can
80
go
carry
anywhere.
position, depending on what we want to see here. And being hovered over as well. Honk Honk never picked a champion, so he's got time to do that. He didn't even hover over anybody. So he's at liberty to do whatever he wants here. He can pick the Malphite. He can even pick the, I don't know, who's not banned that's really strong. Let's see. He could go Blue Ezreal and trade that one over to Yellow Beast, I believe. Wait, no. Who's their AD carry? Is it Yellow Beast or Sinru?
I'm pretty sure it's Sinru.
Sinru? Okay. So Vayne going for the hyper carry. Damn it, I called it earlier. You heard me say it. It was left open. Last one. You hopefully remember me saying that.
Yeah.
So Vayne hyper carry is available for them late game unless they're just trolling me so hard. But Tristana was banned out, so that late game potential was taken out off the board immediately. So Vayne was left open as well as Shen, which gives him even more global presence. And if Shen chooses as so to bring teleport, which we have no idea if he will, then he's going to be able to get back to lane immediately, not miss out on any CS, and stay the same in lane and keep it even. Sona active game was. I don't care if my active game was not found.
I really don't care. I'm just gonna sit here, fight the power.
Sona Varus left open. Varus v Vayne, probably a very good matchup as well. Varus can out DPS anybody for the most part, honestly, if you want to go there. Sure, Vayne has Silver Bolts, and let's face it, her early game is not the best, ladies and gentlemen. Against a poke lane like Sona Varus, with that Hail of Arrows, with that whatever the heck Sona's Q is called, I can't remember, in the Power Chord passive, that's going to be a lot of poke. So they might be able to force Vayne out of the lane very early unless a very aggressive support is locked in, like
Cho'Gath.
or even somebody Cho'Gath. Yeah.
Cho'Gath support seems legit.
Yeah, hovering over the Cho'Gath.
We could be looking at a jungle Shen here. Cho'Gath top lane. Reruff has played Cho'Gath before. I remember that. It was scary.
But Hecarim does come in, it most likely will be a okay. Then things are being locked in there. So Cho'Gath and Evelynn. Evelynn can go a lot of places, as you know, jungle mid becoming less and less strong as the DFG kind of got nerfed to pieces. But it still works if you can play it out right, so we'll see what happens there. Cho'Gath also locked, could be a jungle, could be a top, could even be a support or a mid. Who knows, could be an AD carry Cho'Gath, it happens. Oh, hashtag solo queue.
Well, they do have the Vayne, so I'm pretty sure we can guarantee that it's not an AD carry Cho'Gath.
Solo top Vayne, jungle Vayne, come on now, Fengi. Don't disappoint like that.
Well, hashtag solo queue. I just can't even keep up anymore. I'm waiting to see the day that somebody dodges once again.
So much freaking trouble here. All right.
Alright, we need to go find 2 new teams so they're all benched now. Find a couple new teams so we can cast.
Oh my goodness. All right, put the Jeopardy music back on. All right. Jiminy. Oh, it looks like the game is finally going to get going. Why can't we just do a blind pick? Just make a quick blind pick or something. They have the champions. They have everything. All right, then.
Well, I do not believe Reruff actually picked, though, so... Sigh.
All right, so hopefully the picks will come out pretty freaking quick. No one's going to wait. Honk, honk, please just lock it in. Thank you so much. So, waiting on the picks. We've already talked about them all. We're finally freaking getting into the final stages of the Champions League. Look at those lock-ins pretty freaking quick. If somebody leaves now, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, if somebody leaves, we'll just blame Tyrone. Move on.
If somebody leaves, just be like, yeah, okay, GG.
I would rage quit.
Kennen locked in as well by Tyrion. Oh,
I give up.
My God.
God. Yes, it's your fault, Tyrone.
All right. Hopefully, this will be the last one.
And we're remaking.
I'm back. I'm back, Genfi.
Okay, Nubs.
All right. Hopefully, it'll work this time. Again, apologies. I don't have a filter. I haven't, because I make my own, so that's why I haven't done that for a while. So every time I say a P or a S, it's going to be dragged out. Also, my new condenser hasn't gotten here yet, so it's on back order. Courtesy back order. Right. Everyone's here. Let's hope it works. Getting ready to go in the game. We're in the game. Band's probably going to come out the same as last time, hopefully. Pretty quick.
They're delaying.
Kind of chill, people.
They're delaying.
Please chill.
I don't want to chill. I don't wanna.
Alright, so apologies. The game has kind of gotten more underway, about 30 minutes late. But that's alright, as I think it's going to work this time, as everyone's hurrying their best, doing everything they possibly can. If it goes out of champion select one more time, I think I'm going to just scream, but I don't think it will. So, hurry up, guys.
There you go.
Champions being locked in. Let's just try to hurry this up as fast as we can. Same champions coming out. It's nothing big, nothing wrong with it. We're all right. We're all right. We're almost there. Come on, guys. We're almost there.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. We're needing to CC all over you.
Right, so the champions are being locked in. Why am I talking so quiet like I'm a freaking golfer? Talking like I'm a golf announcer.
Janet being the last pick.
Jana being the last pick, finally locked in, might be able to get underway. Ari Kennan as well. Despite what this looks like, that could be an Ari top lane, as Ari top lane is becoming a lot more seen in solo queue of every time I see an Ari in solo queue now, they seem to be top for some odd reason. So not saying that's automatically an Ari top, but the probability is there. That could not be a Kennen top lane, but we'll see what happens. As all the picks have finally been locked in, comps shown, comps reflected. Look at those comps, Feggy. Why don't you talk about those comps?
Definitely a very pseudo AoE coming out from blue side. I also want to say that's a version of a cage comp, which is centered around one person being able to clean up everybody while they can't do anything about it, which I'm assuming is going to be Ari here. The Zac alt's going to be knocking them all around. He's just going to be bouncing up and down, while Sona simply walks in crescendos. They're all stunned. Varus ult spreading to everybody while doing a lot of damage. Kennen ult keeping them all CC'd. and then Ari just being able to do a ton of true damage with her Q, and all of her abilities just coming in just clean up. While I want to say purple, they're a little bit. They're gonna be relying. Almost looks like a protective aim comp. Although the Evelyn in the Shen is what throws me off on that. I mean, Shen does fit into a protective aim comp, but I don't know exactly what they're going for here. I'm guessing it's going to be a protective aim comp. They're just going to be peeling for Vayne and letting her try to get out as much damage as possible, but they have to be careful not to group up.
Also, a good thing to take into account is that it looks like Reruff has decided to go for the Ignite rather than the Teleport, even Flash rather than Ghost, which Flash Taunt is more strong, you know. The taunt from Shen does kind of act as a Flash built in on a lot less of a cooldown, runs on energy. But, I mean, double that. Flash Taunt is pretty OP. But the Ignite, going for a more assy type lane, going to try to be able to survive in the trades, possibly even bringing AD Marks, possibly even AD Quince. The way I play solo top Shen, AD Marks and AD Quince. And let me just say, those early trades definitely go your way.
Another viable thing is to take the magic penetration, max your Q first, and that can just shred through whatever MR that they start with, which probably isn't going to be much versus the Shen.
All right, then. So the delay period has 1:21 left on it. We're finally getting underway, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just as excited as you are. I'm Tasty Nubbins here with Good Guy Fengi as this one's about to get underway. It looks like... what was I going to say? After checking, Reruff has opted to go for Magic Pen Reds and AP Quince. So... if he does max that Q first, definitely going to be very damagey, I would suppose, up in the top lane, able to also spell vamp a bit off of that. And by spell vamp, I mean lifestyle. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Quit.
Okay, so I'm now solo casting. I am really surprised that Heimerdinger pick didn't come out. I mean, but here is another thing to point out. Yaya Puff is going to be able to get really big as Cho'Gath. She's going to be extremely tanky late game. She's going to have 6 full stacks while still being able to kick out a lot of damage. Because we all know Cho'Gath's still P-Man.
Cho'Gath just one tanky mofo. Definitely going to be able to get those stacks off. Probably gonna fare well very nicely against an Ahri in the mid lane. Once he gets those stacks on his ult, he's tanky enough to survive any burst that she can offer, though she does do true damage, rather, on the way back with her Q, so if she can get the second shot of that, it's likely going to hurt him very nicely. Shred through that HP. Let's face it, a tanky Cho'Gath does not go down in whatever circumstance.
No, he doesn't.
Another thing as well that we could see, I'm just throwing out there, Ninja Gaiden Shen, mid lane damage. It could happen. Alright, it could happen. So want to see it, but since Reruff is the top laner, I doubt it's going to happen, as we are finally into the loading screen. So, game's coming out, loading screen for the win. Looks like, according to Skins, this game will be going to actually...
front lines.
Front lines, because they have 3-2, so... GG there. Always got to talk about that. Take your thing off of the thing and like the thing and the other thing, Fengi.
What? Are you drunk?
Put the loading screen up on your stream screen.
But I don't wanna.
Alright, so just kind of go in there.
This is what you get then. Get it with the overlay. That's wrong.
Alright, did you upload it? It looks like you updated it. Wait, no, you didn't. You have front lines on blue side.
Yes, I'm fixing it.
All right, so we're getting in there. Everyone's loading up. Gonna reset the items and stuff. All that crap. Whenever we get in there, we're almost there. So many delays with this game as Ult has disconnected and reconnected several times, as well as Reruff, who had some Adobe Air problems. But game remade. Everything's okay now. Finally into the game. Hopefully not going to be too much of a problem. As we have arrived, ladies and gentlemen, setting up those thingy-bobbers, which is what I'm doing right now, but I'm not streaming, so it doesn't matter. Let's set those up. Alright, so let's take a look at the item starts. It looks like Cho'Gath opting to go for the mana regen with that Flask. Ari going for the Fairy Charm, and early Chalice most likely gonna go for maybe an Athene's, or maybe just leave it at the Chalice and then sell it later for more damage, as she is going to need to be tanky once Cho'Gath hits 6 and goes for the all-in, which is very probable, as we're seeing invade from Team DRGN. So going for the red, possible steal here. No wards, no coverage from Team Frontlines. Might get stolen as they're going hard protection on the blue for yellow. Looking for a first blood by dropping the ward. Might just even drop the ward and leave. Who knows? Drop 2 wards down, so they are going to have good coverage of the map. Definitely coming with early strategy, my friends. So it looks like they're just going to back out, and it looks like good guy Cheddar going to start at the Wolves, and then we'll go blue.
Definitely a risky thing, because Evelyn might even look to steal Zach's red, because Evelyn has a really strong duel potential early on, while Zach does have good fight potential, but I don't think it's quite as strong as Evelyn's.
Also seeing both supports start out pink wards. The difference being Jana started with the HP regen, Sona with the mana regen, which is good for the poke potential. But both starting with pinks. I think the pinks coming out from Team DRGN are definitely for that Evelyn to see those ganks early on. Or it could just be for map control, who knows, gonna drop him in the try. Keep, it looks like Evelyn and everyone else at bay, I guess you could say, as the game gets underway. Fengi, please cover for me how I'm so bad here, GG.
Neither junglers use Smite, both taking the Smiteless Leash, probably gonna look at taking their own reds, it looks like. Jana getting out an early ward in the tri-bush, not looking to get ganked anytime soon. Kennen and Shen both started with rejuve beats. Oh, Shen started with 2 of them, so he's going to be short on pots, while Kennen is going to have quite a few health potions. Well, but Shen does have the Q to sustain, as you mentioned before. Pushing, so I'm guessing we're going to see a farm fight up top, which, if we do,
also Tyrion started with 24 AP now, also with a nice bit of CDR. So definitely going to be able to spam those shurikens fairly well, as he does just whiff one a bit there. But never fear, Evelyn coming in for a level 3 gank on the top lane. Tyrion has no coverage, no sight, and it looks like they might go in if once Reruff gets the taunt, as he does not have that up yet.
Apparently direct to camera doesn't want us to see this. Keep shifting me to bot lane. Evelyn waiting patiently for the gank. There is a huge minion wave, but she is going to go in, land the slow, and put down a little bit of damage, and just back off. IDC'd.
Very nice. Kennen dropping a ward, not a big deal though, because Evelyn is invisible, so she's coming right around top again for another gank, as Shen does have the taunt, I do believe, this time, near so.
Yes, I haven't DC'd. I'm gonna wait for this to sketch back up. I do not know what's going on here.
So I'll allow you to throw you in. Yellow Beast is taking a little bit too much minion, but she picks up the kill onto Tyrion, who is the Kennen, picking up first blood, going to Evelyn. So now setting front lines, wee bit ahead. Evelyn fed is never a good thing, but it is an AD Evelyn, which is even better. Good for them. So no big stuff. Okay, looks like you're back in.
Yep, I am back in. Sona trying to get some poke in there, but she is going to take a shower shot. But she does have to heals to keep her up. Well, Bane's going to have to rely on Doran's blade.
Bane doing a good job of being frozen by Team Frontlines. It looks like they're not even trying to, but it is in a good position for them, as the tower is not taking any creeps away. But they're doing a great job of being able to farm at a distance where they're not liable to be ganked, not liable to be harassed by Sona for overextending, because they really can't. But we're able to do that, so it looks like we have a pause coming out. Unfortunately, it happens. So I guess the reasoning would be another DC by good guy Colt.
Something interesting to note, looking at Bane's rune page, she actually took some lifesteal quints. She has gonna be able to sustain pretty good through this. Well, if we look at Varus, he took 6% lifesteal. He's definitely gonna be able to sustain better than Vayne is, actually. Vayne only having 4%, probably only taking 2 of the lifesteal quints. While Varus has 6%, Doran's Blade and Sona heals to keep up, while Vayne only has the Doran's Blade and lifesteal to keep up. So Varus...
that's another thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So Varus is probably going to be able to just farm through lane, get really big, while Vayne's going to have to really wait for that late game to become a hyper carry.
Talking about Varus or Vayne?
Vayne needs to wait till the late game to become hyper carry.
Vayne definitely hyper. Vayne can hyper carry whether she's 0-4 or 4-1. The late game, no matter what, Vayne is going to be too strong. As we are back into the game. Oh god, no! I have to reconnect. Wait, no, I don't. I fixed it.
We have an Evelyn gank coming in on bot, getting the slow on Varus. He's going to flash. Vayne flashing after getting the condemn. Varus popping barrier. He's taking a lot of damage, and he is going to drop. Evelyn picking up that kill. I believe from one last Q.
Right, so it looks like from watching the stream and ghosting illegally, it looks like Evelyn picked up another kill. So now Evelyn is 2-0 after making her first back, going for Spirit Stone boots. Probably going to go faster boost, you know, get some speed, though she does have the speed boost from W. Depends on what she'll build. Probably, maybe even an Elder Lizard to get that burn damage.
We have another Evelyn gank coming in mid, putting down some damage on Arya, but she's just going to run away, landing that Charm and Cho'Gath, trying to put a little bit of damage, but already Cho's really pretty dang tanky.
Alright, jump to live, Fingy. Wait, are you at live?
Yes, I am live now. Apologize about that.
Jump to live. Alright, good. Alright, so we are back at live, as it looks like Frontlines has a very nice lead of 2-0 at this point. Good stuff. Yellow Beast, very, very fed so far early on. I have to rearrange stuff again. GG. Keep talking.
I don't want to keep talking though. Shen looks like he just hit 6. He's gonna have that ult, so definitely Frontline's taking a good early lead over Team DRGN. Shen though, he's taking quite a bit of poke from Kennen, just using those base attacks and shurikens, just trying to poke him down. When he does gank, it's gonna be effective, but not quite as effective. And you're back?
I am back and ready to go. Looking at CS's as well, Varus with a nice lead. Most of the leads, though, going in favor of Team Frontlines, with the exception of the bottom lane, as it looks like we're seeing a bit of an engage.
Yeah, we are seeing a bit of an engage. Exhaust going down. Janna flash tornado gonna miss. Evelyn flashing after killing. Anakin Dev gonna land on Sona. Evelyn picking up that double kill. This might also be a dragon here if they want to go for this very early dragon. She does not look like
very fed. This Evelyn on the side of Yellow Beast. Oh my goodness, for Frontlines. He is going so big, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow Beast very, very fed at 4-0, taking all kills, giving his team about a 2k gold lead. No towers still, but definitely showing his presence, as everybody hates a fed Evelyn. But I guess fed Evelyn is definitely more tolerable than a lot of other things, so we'll see if they can come back from this. A little bit of an early lead for Team Frontlines. We'll see what happens as the game goes on, as the CS war continues.
Yes, it does. Already picked up blue buff, but Evelyn did take her own second blue buff. Cho'Gath's gonna be missing that, and Evelyn did go for the Spirit of the Elder Lizard. She's definitely gonna be hurting quite early on for quite a while here.
So it looks like the shield from Janna. Yeah.
I did not hear a word of what you just said. Nubbins? I believe my other caster has just died. That's depressing. Well, Varus going for tier 2
right.
boot.
I think I lagged out, DC'd a little bit.
Speaking of DC, I just DC'd.
But it is right. I am here.
Right.
So game going on. Also an interesting thing to point out with the Janna shield plus Vayne's ultimate, she's gonna have an extra 57 AD just sitting there extra for the time being until that shield breaks, until the seconds are up and the
We
ultimate
have
ticks
Evelyn
away.
gank coming in mid as I interrupt you. Ignite going down on Arya, it's gonna finish her along with the Spirit of the Elder, the Lizard, and red buff. And that is blue buff going on to Cho'Gath. He's gonna be able to shove that lane really hard. Already 2 stacks on Cho'Gath's ultimate. Gaia buff going man mode on that. But this just feels weird to say.
Yeah, Puff rocking the Cho'Gath mid. Looks like coming in for a bottom lane gank as well as Yellow Beast. Might be playing out for an early dragon. Reref has Stand United up as well, so he can come in if need be, and then it looks like the Kennen will split push Tyrion, able to possibly get a tier 1. But it is pushed out, and he looks like he's heading down, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna see the lane gank with no ward coverage. This should be very interesting, very fun.
And ulting onto Sona is not gonna hit Varus though. Sona is gonna die after flashing. Varus took some damage, but not a lot. This might... That was...
So Stand United not even necessary for that one, as it looks like this will be a dragon. 14 front lines, barring a steal by Varus or even Zac if he jumps in there with that elastic slingshot for a smite steal, but we shall see. The dragon gets melted too fast, he doesn't even get there. Hammer, very nice, gonna be at 1625. Great play on the dragon, good call, great lane gank by Yaya, not even taking too much, and she's still up 27 CS on this Ahri, able to extend her lead even more, going back first, getting that health crystal, Doran's ring. Sorry, who just went back with the blasting one, get some extra AP, but unfortunately that Cho'Gath is a very tanky one.
Yes, he is. Tyrion just trying to put some poke down on Reruff. Oh, Reruff is starting to get pretty tanky too. Looks like he's gonna rush for Spirit Visage. A Vayne Condemn going down, but there is a Zac there. He's gonna jump in. Tornado gonna push him away. He's gonna bounce. Janna all pushing him away. And that is the power of Janna Peels. But speaking of gank, looks like we have an Evelyn gank coming up on top lane. Large minion wave there, and Tyrion does not have any ward coverage. This might be a very dangerous situation for him as the Yellow Beast goes in trying to put some damage down. But Tyrion also putting down quite a bit of damage onto the Yellow Beast.
So then it looks like the Rupture lands as well on the mid lane with the true damage coming back. Still not even putting a hurt on Cho'Gath as Yaya has a 2-level lead. Looks like Zac coming to the race. Could see double gank mid here in a second, depending on what happens, my friends. We shall see. Looking at the gold and everything. Stuff coming back. Kennen going for the early Abyssal, possibly with that Negatron cloak. Or even, you know, yeah, probably the Abyssal. Who gives? Going for that Shen with the Kindle Gem, with the Negatron, like you said, going for that Spirit Visage. Evelyn finishing up the Elder Lizard for that burn damage. GG, well played. I forgot what I was gonna say. Thank you, cover for me. I was going.
Well, Cho'Gath went back already completing a round of ages at 12 minutes. That's gonna be fully stacked about 22 minutes. At that point, that's another like 80 AP, I believe. That's gonna be a huge advantage for Cho'Gath. Gonna be extremely strong. Vayne ult going in, putting down a lot of damage on Sona. Crescendo coming out along with the Varus ult, locking them up. But Vayne is keep going for this. One more base attack, going to flash for it and gonna take down Sona. Varus going back and does not look like they're gonna go for an aggressive dive. They might catch Zac in his jungle here. They do not get vision of him and they're just gonna back off.
It looks like Janna will be going B as the blue buff is up for Yaya Puff. With 2 stacks on the ult, gonna be able to stack that up even better with the CDR. It is up. Gonna take that with the silence. Definitely tanking some good damage from Tyrion in the top lane. Able to harass it with those shurikens, basic attacks, and the lightning. Fun lightning. Varus returning to lane as Sinru, we'll call him Sinru. Up 2 CS, 2-0, Varus 0-2. Looking at the items, Vayne has double Dorans. Gonna be able to go back with 3 5k gold, probably going for an early Blade of the Ruin King, as most Fanes do now. Gonna definitely help against the Health Shred and percentage-based damage on a guy like Zac, on a tanky person like Kennen, depending on how he builds it.
Yes,
So it looks like she has gone back, and what did she get? Please make me happy. Dang it, she got a freaking BF sword and Vamp Scepter. I am so terribad. I was gonna say Bloodthirster. I was gonna say it, but I didn't say it. So it's alright. Didn't go Blade, going for a Bloodthirster. Definitely ahead to the point where she can do that early damage and get the Vamp Scepter lifesteal and all that stuff. And the stacks and blah blah blah. You know, whatever. GG.
Just looking at these CS differences, they're really close. I mean, Vayne's only down about 9, 10, 8 actually now. Shen is down, it looks like about 15. Not too big of a deal right now. But the big one to notice is mid lane. My god. Cho'Gath at 134, Ahri only at 80. Cho'Gath is already up 50 CS.
The thing is,
15-minute part.
Yaya has been roaming so much, going bot lane, going to gank other lanes. Ahri hasn't left lane a single time, and Ahri's still down about so much CS, freaking 50 CS if you want to count that out. Oh my goodness, so much of a change, as well as Cho'Gath being 1-0.
Speaking of Cho'Gath, he is extremely tanky as Vayne goes in bot lane, doing a lot of damage onto Gohan and Super Raven. That looks painful. Well, those both are going to be hurting. Looks like they're both going back as Zac comes down and try and cover.
It looks like front lines definitely with a good game so far on. Now 5k gold up. Still no turrets being taken, but it is 7 kills to 0 in their favor. So they will be alright, as Dragon will be up here in about 30
Speaking
seconds
of
or
turret,
so.
I'm going to interrupt you right there. They're going to take this bot turret.
Oh, GG,
That is the
prepping
first
for
turret
that
of the
Dragon.
game.
First turret going to team front lines, picking that one up. Dragon is up as well in 20 seconds, so they can make a play for that if they choose to, as they can definitely win the fight, especially with the rate that Yaya has been farming in the mid lane on that Cho'Gath. So much damage. LCSing everybody. 156, it's 16-20 minutes. That's very good CS, as she's been taking the rates every time they've been up. Very nice, farming it out so much. Doesn't look like there's any ward coverage on the Dragon from Team DRGN, so they will be able to take this uncontested unless they get a hunch. And it looks like the hunch is coming as Cohen's coming to place a ward. And we'll see it. Ultimate's coming out.
Being an ult, putting down a lot of damage. Gonna kill her, and drawing out the flashing crescendo. Oh, ping going down on Zac.
Blue team's turret.
Rupture not gonna come out. Shen is mid now. He still has his ult up. Evelyn ult going down, just gonna melt Ahri. She's gonna drop. Now they're turning to Zac, who's taking a lot of damage. Ignite going down. Yagapuff wants this. Gonna eat him and pop the passive. You can take him down in this passive form. He's gonna drop, and he is. Yellowbee's gonna pick up that kill, and here comes Kennen trying to clean up. Varus is there too. Ryuv dropping him really low. They're turning to Yagapuff now, who is just so tanky and just taking it all. Varus flashing over, finishing off Shen. And Jaina going a little bit too deep. She might get caught here, but between the Kennen and Shuriken gonna land, put down some damage. No, looks like they're gonna run away as fast as they possibly can. Kennen and Sona trying to put up a chase. Will they catch Senru here? It's getting really close. Sona does not have that ult available to her. And that is gonna be Senru breaking
very
free.
careful.
That was a bit of a sloppy play coming out from front lines. They dove. Yagapuff really wanted to dive there, but didn't look like anybody else really wanted to. They did pick up Zac there.
Overall, though,
They'll get to come out
or
on top.
3-for-1 trade. So, do come out on top of the fight as front lines, able to expand their lead even more. Now they have a 9k gold lead almost with 2 towers. It's like Ahri going to take the blue on Colt's end. They'll be able to pick that one up. DS is coming out. You know, Puff is only 70 CS up now. It's just going bigger and bigger and bigger as the game goes on, so she's able to expand that lead.
We have Zac and Ahri top though.
Colt.
As I interrupt you, looks like they are not going to go in for the Shen was sitting in that bush, but that would be a 2v3 situation. But, Durgan decided to just back off.
Back off. Colt has the blue buff, doesn't want to lose it, as Yellow Beast coming to check that out as well. Yaya Puff taking the blue, just going to keep farming the jungle as best she can. Doesn't even matter because Evelyn's just been taking so many kills.
Cho'Gath already at 6 stack. That is going to be a scary, scary thing, as she already does have a Rod of Ages complete. It is a little over halfway stack. And having
large as well. Much damage.
Dive coming out on Kennen. He's taking a lot of damage. He is going to fall after popping his ultimate. That is another kill for Yellow Beast, who is now 6-0. As Yaya Puff comes in and steals a red buff away from Zach.
G definitely front lines going big this time around instead of going home, as this is only game 1 of the best of 3. But this one is kind of fairly one-sided in favor of front lines. Wouldn't see them losing a single team fight, or even probably 1 or 2 people in any team fight. So definitely so far ahead at this point. Probably not going to let this one get away unless some kind of major throw occurs. But this is okay because Team DRGN can look back. And to let's they have an all right thought out composition if you look at it. They just didn't, they kind of got thrown off probably by the Evelyn, who got so many 4 kills early on. So 4-0 Evelyn taking kills, that's gonna get the all their team fed. But this game, maybe just possibly even ban out the Evelyn, because that seems to be the cause of all their problems. They were doing all right beside that, but Evelyn has been involved in most of the kills outside of her own. There, I guess you could say.
Excuse me. We have a 3-man push coming out bot lane. Vayne already completing an IE to Varus' Bloodthirster. So Vayne might go for a blade.
Going for a blade. Oh, Vayne coming with the early Infinity Edge rather than Bloodthirster. That Vamp Scepter. Very, very nice. Thank you for pointing that out, Fengi. Far ahead enough to the point where she can crit so much and do even more damage rather than just even building a Blade of the Ruined King for the percent-based damage. Because if you have 100% crit chance, it does a lot.
And we have a catch coming in on Evelyn. She is taking a lot of damage. She's going to fall with the Zac and Sona ulti. But Yaya Puff coming in from the side, Janet dropping very low. She is going to die. There's 5 of them here. Varus coming out, binding them all up. Vayne coming in, finishing off Varus. Yaya Puff is going to fall, and here comes Shen, taunting them all. Kennen coming out. Gonna drop Vayne. Sona picking up that kill, and they're going to turn to Shen, who is just so tanky. And he is going to fall. That is a 2-for-5 transfer in favor of Team DRGN. And there's the throw coming out right there. As he said.
Definitely a throw. Good lordy. So, Dragon up as well here in the near future. Could go for that as they do have the time. Very, very nice catch by Team DRGN. Able to catch out 2 of Team Frontlines and basically just obliterate from the very window. Good comboing as well. Didn't get taken out by the Vayne, who was doing damage backline. Very, very nice focus. So, this game may not be as far away from them as I suggested earlier. Not necessarily a throw as much as, okay, we're playing a little bit greedy because we're ahead. So they definitely paid for it. Very nice by DRGN. Might even be able to make some kind of a little bit comeback. They just need to play it careful, play it slow, and wait for the right moment.
Yes, yes they do. But, yeah, finishing off a Rabadon's. I'm just scared sitting here.
That Cho'Gath sitting at, it looks like about 342 AP at 23 minutes with a finish. That is actually a lot of damage before even finishing off second boots. Definitely going to help them out as well. So Dragon is picked up uncontested. That's the 3rd Dragon of the game going to Team Frontlines. Not going to let that objective go away. I think the point where Team DRGN is going to be able to make the biggest comeback is if Frontlines throws a Baron fight. If they go for a risky Baron, because Team DRGN has had it warded the entire time as that just ran out, they'll probably go replace that here soon. But if they get a very nice fight with Baron focusing on front lines, they will win that fight easily with their ult comboing, with their crowd control, and they will be able to, how do you say, win the game.
Never again. No. Another interesting thing that I'd like to point out here. Oh, Vayne going in, flashing, alting, putting out a lot of damage on Bear. He's gonna alt and just walk away. Vayne going very, very aggressive there.
So, another thing to point out is Yaya, despite having 2 completed items on only 1 from Ari to be able to decrease the magic resist with that Abyssal, Yaya Puff is up kind of 111 creep score, 24 minutes into the game, with 237, 24 minutes in. Definitely very nice CSing on her part. Keeping it very nicely.
I just disconnected there. Okay, as I was just going to point out before, there is a double Abyssal coming out from Team DRGN. This might be some kind of new meta, but the passives don't stack. They only reduce the magic resist nearby enemies by 20, not 40.
Passives won't stack indeed, just going for the...
As Ari gets caught out here, taking a lot of damage, Vayne going a little bit too far, taking some turret shots. Zach coming in, Joanna all gonna push him all back, Evelyn doing a lot of damage. Zach dropping really low, and he does have the passive up though. Yellow Bee is dropping low too. Super Raven dropping to Vayne, who is going man mode on this. Gonna get exhausted and killed. As Zach...
80 carry for 80 carry trade overall, but Yaya Puff coming in, get a step over a pink. Who cares? Cohen might get a little bit caught here as you're be able to see it. We'll see. Gonna go for it. Gonna just take the red buff instead, as Reruff is just been up and lead them to 0. All of your towers remain. All of them are actually pretty tanky, except for the one with mid lane, which has just a wee bit of health on it still. But we'll be able to survive a couple of minion pushes as well, because Yaya Puff hasn't really left mid lane as much. He's been pushed to clear the wave. And that is why our CS is so great. She looks like she's going back with 2k to spend, so going to be able to pick up probably another big item. We'll see what happens she picks up. She's back. I'm kind of waiting to see it. What you gonna get? 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 Yep. Oh, it's got a lot of gold. Just gonna go. Wait, what? What'd she buy? Oh, she bought Merc Treads with a Home Guard as well as an Amp Tome. So very nice. Gonna be able to get to fights faster. Very tanky. Very fast. Level 17 with an Oracles at 27 minutes. Gonna go clear out the Baron as there are no wards in the area. Looks like Cohen hasn't been able to replace that yet, as they did have good ward coverage on it before. But now it looks like Frontlines might be looking for Baron here soon, as they don't see any wards, but it is going to be pinged out, and they will be starting it. This could be what Team DRGN needs, as they might be able to go for a steal as Bro is on from Baron low very fast, and they're gonna have to back off.
Assault coming out though. Vayne ulting, trying to do some damage from the back though. They're split up. Reruff coming in from the side. Taunt not gonna hit anybody. Yelby's taking a lot of damage. Kennen flash ult. Jan ult gonna push him away. Zach coming in with the bounce. Shen ulting on there. Ari and Zach are just going hard on their backline. Wow. A lot of damage coming out. Vayne turning into that hyper carry, doing a lot of damage here. Gonna drop it and clean up for the quadra kill.
So definitely a good fight. 5 for 3. Very good focus all around on both teams. Kennen kind of got knocked out with a flash ult from the Monsoon on Janazen. Very nice, good play there. And it looks like this will, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to push that. Now, the Edge Phantom Dancer, so much crit chance, which definitely just counteracts Blade of the Ruined King, which he doesn't even need to build from a very... Ari and Kennen are up. Not going to play it, though. Though they could get it. They could melt that inhibitor, but they're not going to play it. They're going to play it fairly safe. And just back out and clear DRGN's jungle. So now it's 19-10 with a 14k gold lead, 5 towers to 0 in favor of front lines. Seeing their advantages so well, ladies and gentlemen. Ward coverage on pretty much the entire top side of the jungle for front lines is Yaya Puff at 29 minutes. Does have that 266 CS, up 120. Colt in the mid lane, who's been trying to keep up. Hasn't even roamed too much, as Yaya has been roaming all game, but also been taking jungle creeps. And we might even see the Baron call go out again from Team Frontlines, as they now know they can win the fight if their focus is correct and they don't get caught.
Yes, they could. Cohen getting caught. Melted. That's the only word that comes to mind when I saw that.
This might be a Baron for Team Frontlines, as they'll clear the ward and go in on it as Reruff comes in. Stand United is up in 1 second, so
Colt's
we'll
gonna
have
get
that.
caught. Vayne just gonna one-shot and steal that Ahri kill. Kill secured.
GG.
They're gonna go for this Baron now.
Uncontested Baron, and they will have to turtle it, but they're not going to be able to have anything to lose. So they could have gone for a steal, but not going to get it, not going to risk it, as the Baron gets melted so fast. Still no turrets have fallen for Team Frontlines, as they're just stretching advantages as far as they possibly can, now with a 16k gold lead.
Look what Vayne bought. He got a blade. You were right.
Finally getting the blade, though she doesn't really need it, as she does have so much crit chance coming out. Vayne's sitting at 56% crit chance. That is a lot of crit chance. And that definitely does the same amount of damage, if not more, than a percentage-based Blade of the Ruin King. Look at that inhibitor melting. It will go down. Might see a fight baited out, but they will go back as Reruff still split pushing with Stand United.
But it looks like Team DRGN getting a little aggressive. They look like they're getting ready to fight, but it's definitely not a fight they wanted. Realize that and backed off. As Team Frontlines is going to shift to bot lane. They have a large wave there, and they are not going to keep going. With Ken is
up
top
as
right.
well.
So they're just going to
I got
clear out.
as well, so they might go for that.
Maybe head towards Dragon. Take away that red buff, give it over to Vayne. She's going to be able to self-peel for now. For days. So she's got
Also,
the blade.
yeah, old crystal flash that was level, but that mana is always good. Going for the ruby crystal instead, possibly haunting guys here for that magic penetration, as she's lacking that those Berk treads tanky as possible. Also going to take the blue buff, which supplies enough mana regen. As that Oracle is now level 18, first one to hit level 18 in this game. Wait. Reruff. Dang it, Reruff.
Denied.
Reruff won. Reruff won. I'm terrible. Reruff being level 18 before poor Yaya Puff, but it's alright, because they're both level 18.
And Shen going in on Kennen. Kennen does not have Lightning Rush available. Gonna take a lot of damage. Sona's there, and Reruff's not gonna get him. He can definitely duel Kennen now, though. Going for a Season 2-ish build, kind of Shen build. Getting that Wit's End, going to be able to have a lot of magic resist. As Team DRGN does have a lot of magic damage coming up from the Kennen, Zac, and Ahri. Top of Varus' plated quiver does actually do magic damage. So that's a good pickup from there. It's going to be able to split push a lot faster.
Aim picking up the Chain Vest, going for probably a Guardian Angel, which he's going to need, as she'll probably get focused in fights. So far ahead because of those 10 kills on Varus that Varus only has 2 completed items compared to Vayne's 1, 2, 3, almost 4 when she gets that Guardian Angel. Right now has about 1330 gold. He needs, I think, 300 more for a Guardian Angel.
Sure,
more items
completing a
times 2.
Leandre's actually. As they look to siege his bot lane, as I'm staring at top.
It's a bot lane with Reruff and Stand United. Kennen has no way of getting down with no TP or anything. Can speed up with that E, but it's not going to be worth it. This guy got tanking hits, not taking any damage with that tankiness. So, split coming from Reruff, as the minions are here to complement this one with not enough clear at the moment. Good poke from Yaya Puff.
But Zac taking a lot of damage. His passive is going to pop. They're going to get this turret and possibly kill on Zac as they are diving hard. Evelyn taking the turret, going to take a lot of damage there. But Zach did drop Vayne ulting in. Going on to Sona, going to drop her with the Yayapov actually going to take that with Rupture. Going to turn to Varus now, who's taking a lot of damage. Vayne just so strong. Standing United coming in, she is going to drop to the Nexus turret in that Yari charm. Now they're turning to the Nexus turret, so this might be close to GG here, but they do still have 3 people up. They gotta be careful, they don't have Vayne with them anymore. Shen Stand United is down. He did use that on Vayne. Archer, I'm gonna land on Yayapov. They're still going for this. Evelyn gonna drop actually. I believe Varus is gonna drop here because I just DC'd. Wow.
Alright, Janna being able to solo Colt as Colt's very, very low. We'll see this one happens. Tornado's coming. Zach is up though. Janna gonna have to back out as Reruff is here. Can't kill onto Colt. Much as being taken low. Not going to be able to get that, but good split push from Reruff, able to pick up another turret earlier on. So now it's 8-0 on that respect, as well as 26-12 in kills. Yeah, 140 up in creep score on Colt. Just so much as Ari does have that Zhonya's Hourglass, but not nearly enough AP of a boost. Does barely any damage. In building Sly AP with that Elder Lizard, or not even the Elder Lizard for that early game potential, but a as well as as Seeker's Arm Guard. So really a damagey Evelyn on the side of AP, which is very good in teamfights with that AoE ultimate. Guardian Angel finished off by Vayne and Shen. Vayne and Shen both sitting on Guardian Angels, both now going to be even tankier. Reruff tanky enough to begin with. But that is alright. Both have Guardian Angels. Not a single one completed for Team DRGN, as this one will be stretched. And they might be able to make one final push here. Be waiting on a Baron or something, but not necessary, as they definitely have the damage.
As they turn to this inhib, putting down a lot of damage on that. Vayne just so strong right now. Melt through that Evelyn ult coming out. Already taking some damage. Kennen ult coming too. Janna and Evelyn are split right now. They're taking a lot of damage as they do go on Varus. Reruff picks up that kill, but I DC'd again. What the heck? Go. Nubbins, go.
Alright, so the Nexus turrets will be falling as a good win for Team Frontlines taking game 1 in this best of 3. The Nexus turrets are falling, doesn't even matter. Gotta just try to stretch it all as Yayapov eating poor Cohen going into the base. The second one falls, and game 1 of this best of 3 will be going to Team Frontlines. Let's hope that DRGN can bring it back in game 2.
Yes, let's hope.